It could be a little, try and be a little neater than that. Hello, Umert. So today, last time we tested the new white, today I want to test the new black. To me, this looks more gray, so I'm kind of interested to see if it dries black or gray. And it's supposed to be iron oxide black, black as the night. But I have my doubts. But that's why we test things, don't we? But you know, boy, that's a little thicker than I thought. We need to thin that down. My other black, you know, was always doing funky things. And so I got this other brand. I want to see if it works better. This is the same brand as the white we used last time. Boy, that is too thick though, isn't it? Oh, we can't do anything about it now. I'll add some water to that right now though, so that I don't forget. Because that, I mean, it just doesn't move at all. It just sort of sits there. That's okay though. Doesn't matter. For our purposes, that doesn't matter one iota. Did you get the right chapter for David Mitchell? Said I think we listened to 1 and 2 and we were going to be on 3, unless you got ahead before. But the first 2 parts aren't chapters. They were like the intro. All right, I'm going to add a little water to this. Yeah, the best black, in my opinion, for me, I like Mars black. There tend to be 2. This is actually a different one, an iron one. There tend to be Mars black and ivory black. And ivory black tends to be a warmer black, and I like a cold black. So I usually get Mars black. Fine, I'll try and catch up. I will say, I love listening to them if I'm like doing the windows or housework, but it's not that restful, I found, to try and take a nap to. I mean, I could not love him more, but not quite conducive for a nap, I think. And I'm just going to test a little bit of this and see how thin I got it. If it's way too thin now, well, hopefully not. We'll find out. Okay, and then the rest of this, I think I might put like a line of blue. Or purple even. Do a line of purple. Here, we'll do a line of blue first. That blue is very blue, isn't it? We'll do a line of purple, so. Again, I'm just sort of, whatever it is. I know, right? But anyway, this looks actually, like I said, a little bit more gray to me than what I think of as black anyway. And let's add a bunch more of that white in there. And did I thin that down? I think so. Put a bunch of that in there. And I got that one spot of black in there where I didn't mean to, but it doesn't matter. We're going to be blowing stuff and doing things all over the place, so it doesn't much matter what's in there or not in there. You know, I should have just taken that lid off. I don't know why I bothered putting it through the thing like that. All right, I need a little of these guys. Let's push this around. It's funny, to me, I guess because of the jagged thing, it already looks like something to me. Exactly, and I don't blame him, and I am 100% with him on everything he says practically, but not really what you'd call something to soothe you to sleep. One thing which I did not know, it's interesting too, you know, his insights being in the entertainment business, and I hadn't put that together at all, the rise of people streaming programs and what that did to their business model, and that gave rise to the nemesis of all of us, reality TV. Because they were looking for low-cost ways to add programming because they were losing revenue because of streaming coming along. That did not occur to me. So I thought that was really interesting. can't remember if it's the first or second chapter, but that really fascinated me, I have to say. Hadn't put that together at all, but of course, why would I? When you think about it, you know, why would that occur to me? The black came up a little higher than I meant it to, but that's okay because we can blow it downwards or even tilt it downwards. We can fix a number of those things. I'm going to add a little bit more white in there. Yeah, and it's just amazing to me the context of going back that was both the original book and even the foreword were written before the plague, right before on the foreword. The original book, I think, was 2014, and then the updated foreword is 2019, so the year before all of our, well, all of our lives changed, but some of us don't admit it. I'm going to assume this will be some sort of landscape. I don't know what type yet, but I'm going to assume it. I know, you make an ass out of you and me when you assume things that I'm going to. I'm going to add a little bit. I got some new, oh shoot, squirrel's out of food. I'm going to have to run out there in a minute. I got some new waterproof minimalist shoes. So they're zero drop. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Umerd. I got some before, but these are waterproof ones. They were on sale at Amazon for 20 bucks, so yay. And I got them to wear to the beach because the beaches here, you can't go to any of them without getting your tootsies wet. There's always big things of water wherever you go, and so I thought, well, I wear my clunky old hiking boots, and I thought, oh, when I saw those, they came up on something else, and I thought, oh, that would be great. I mean, then I can just wear those, and I don't have to wear my clunky hiking boots to the beach. And so I wore them out today and went behind the cemetery. Didn't get too far because they were actually, the second tree fell, you know, there's 3 pine trees and the one fell across the road, and apparently the second one fell, but it's sort of leaning against the other trees, so it didn't cause any damage, but they were out there, you know, I guess unfortunately, but what are you going to do, taking it down. Throw some in here too. And there may be some blues down in here. I like that idea. A little bit dots, couple dots of blue over here. And I think I'll put some watery sort of blue in here. This sort of stuff. You know, I think I'd like a dash of red. I'm putting red in everything a while. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, seriously, I mean, I understand what are you going to do in that particular situation, you know? Because the other one's probably going to, and it makes sense, it went right over, so there's a big, you know, a big hole where and it probably took out some of the roots of the one next to it, and then that probably took out some of the roots of the third one, so yeah, you figure they don't have too much they can do with that. Just a dash of this pink. Really got to be sparing with this. It's like if you put in more than a drop, it's just everywhere. That doesn't want to come out of there. Must have my thing must be clogged. Alright, we'll just be very careful here. Clean it later. fix that later. Oh shoot, I'm going to put the cap. Not that it matters. Oh, there's the cap. Yeah, I was going to say not that it matters, it's because it's totally clogged. I might just trickle a little bit of water in. A little bit of water. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's blow on this, and we'll just see what it looks like. It's interesting because you think you're being so liberal with the paint, then there's no paint at all in this one corner. Just let's add a little in there. Oh, this is the wrong black. Well, let's see. Well, you can sure tell though how much blacker that black is than that black. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to turn this back up here. There's little places here where there wasn't enough paint. Here's one. There wasn't enough white paint in some of these places, so the paint could not jump. It couldn't keep going. Once it got to a point, it just stopped because there was nothing to make it mix up. See if we can get that going here. Okay, so what went really interestingly about this, might do a little bit more, is by blowing up first and then across, we got a nice gentle sky going there. And then this can be all of our foreground. It needs a little work, but it's interesting. There's some spots right here that didn't work out too well, so I'm going to try and just blow that out just a little bit more. Again, it got to this point there, and then it stopped because it didn't have enough paint to keep going. Where did that blood come from? Was that on my glove? Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Well, that was unfortunate, wasn't it? I don't know, that must have been a piece on my glove and the blower just blew it off my glove right on there. Well, let's see what we can do with that. Good heavens. Good heavens. Goodness gracious, we were so close to having that part done. My goodness. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Look what happened there. Okay, now I've got to just basically just kind of cover it up as much as possible. I know, right? I don't know where that came from. Was it on? Oh, You know what happened? I think I must have touched the canvas with the blower. It was right along this edge there. I got too close. Here's a hair, boy. Okay, that could be worse. We got that out of there pretty good, I think, considering. I'm still not sure where we're going with it, but we're getting, but we fixed that one thing. Boy, that was scary. Wasn't that scary, kids? That happened. Oh, that was so not what I expected to see happen there. Okay, I'm just going to try and bring this down a little bit more. Whew! Wow! There's a little bit of a weirdness here that looks like a vertical line that we don't really want to see there. What I'd like to do is make this looks really funky the way this happened. I'd like to just sort of fix that. These could almost be like hills, distant hills. See if we can do them a little better. Or even that shape's okay. We might blow those out a little bit more as well. Over there. Oops, got a little glue in that. Oh, thank you, Humor. Yeah, well, this goes to show you sometimes just don't panic right then that second. And I won't say it always works, but maybe sometimes you can suddenly pull something out of it. Now this was really bugging me, and I just couldn't get the paint to move at all. This paint feels very thick. Somebody had very thick paint. It might be the purple, I'm not sure. Let's kind of mix this up there. Let's see what we got here. Actually, that could be a real pretty waterfall there. Let's get a spot there that looks bizarre. Boy, that was something. Yeah, I see where it was. It was right on the edge of the blower. This is interesting. That's a little bit not messed up with enough. Okay, let me get the little blower out. Right here. Just want to mix those colors up a little better. Like that excavating that dark underneath there is kind of cool. come up a little higher. This is really that bright green. I'm liking this better. It's got some cool colors in it. I'm not minding the sky. Look at that black thing, huh? That was something. That was an experience. An experience we've all lived through now. Okay. Let's see what we got here as a result of doing that, huh? Anything that looks interesting here. This here looks a little bizarre, but not uninteresting. I'll take bizarre over boring any day of the week. It sort of melded that together a little better. That white thing there. It's a little odd. A little breakage there. It's a little strange. Right there's a little odd. Let's see if you guys can see that there. But yeah, this looks this part right here in the yellow looks like a really pretty waterfall to me, off in the distance again. We've got some things in the front here that are kind of interesting to work with. This I might work a little more here. Maybe even bring something darker over here to the side. I didn't get as much of that green as I wanted. Maybe we can add a little more of that. Let me see what I pull off here too. Oh, not too much. Said I wanted to get a little more of this bright green in here. Let's see if we can add just bits more of that. Tempted to put some there too, but let's see how this side goes first before we get all crazy like. Okay, and maybe a little bit. We'll try that new black again. In here. Get down in here and get some of that darker color. And maybe a touch of that copper. Maybe I'm going to put a little of the weird black down here because it can do weird things here. That's okay. Oh, there it comes. I thought for a minute it wasn't going to come out. And maybe just a touch more something. Maybe a little bit of orange. Okay. Turn that upside down. Do you want to turn it upside down? Yeah, turn it upside down. Let's do that first. I stopped for a minute because that actually looked kind of cool the way it was. So let me just have a look. I don't want to over mix. What I might do is I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer this way. Maybe overdid that a bit here. Maybe not quite as close as that. There. That's a little more of the whole thing. So this is kind of interesting. I'm going to see if we can get it real quick this other way. I don't want to do too much in there. Took a little guy. That's interesting. Might move that, make it into a tree. And I don't want big unmixed areas of color where there's just a blob of color that's not mixed in with the other colors at all. So we're going to work with this a little bit till we get something that we think is looks nice. So I don't want to see big patches of color that aren't mixed up at all, just sitting there. Not going to look right. come back down with the big one more time. Yeah, I think this corner is a lot better now than it was. Turn that back again. I like all the colors though. It's very appealing to me. You guys know how much I love color and working with color. It's a little funky there. If it doesn't work out, we'll use a stick on it and work it out. I kind of like all these weird patterns in the mountains. I think those are kind of pretty. And then we've got sort of a rock formation thing happening here a bit. And here's where I thought it was just looked weird. It had like one little spot there that was just odd looking. And this is something I think we could really get into adding a lot of details to. I think I'd like to make a darker rock maybe right here. Maybe get a little more of the black out and just make that more of like a big stone or something there, a big rock formation. Let's try that and get a little more darkness in the foreground as well. Let's try moving that up more like this and maybe over like that. I'm going to try and mix that in a little more. Get the other black out too. I think I might get that original black. It's kind of interesting. Okay, come on out. There we go. When I'm side by side like that, kind of seeing what happens is interesting, at least to me. Okay, I'm going to turn this upside down so again, as we keep doing, so we can blow down a little bit. And turn that into something. I want it craggy looking. I don't want anything too smooth and perfect. I want it to look a little odd. As though it were a self-portrait rock and it's a little odd. Back around. Oh, that's nice. Kind of a nice, almost focal point peak there. Then we got this rock over here. Might make that a little dark around the edges too. Now that we got this one, I think that one needs to be a little darker as well. So maybe right around here. Oh, I don't know why that seems to clog up almost right away. I don't know why. Who can say why? Okay, just a touch here. Alright, we'll get the little blower out. I kind of hit that funny by mistake. Don't tell anybody. Be our little secret. But let's try and I like these dark rocks in front though. The silhouette, I think that really heightens the other colors by contrast. Oh, that's interesting. Kind of go like that. And that was a little odd anyway, so let's try and fix that. Let's have another look at this. Yeah, I like these big, look at these big stones in front. I think really helped with both the perspective of it pushes those other mountains backwards into the distance, and also creates, you see the brightness of the colors more because we've got this dark in front. So I like that. Let's see if there's anything we want to do here. I'll put these away for now. The blower's away. Back here. Whew. All right. Last time I cut my hair is not curly, but it's wavy, and I cut one piece too short, and once it dried, now I can't quite get it into the barrette, so it falls around in my face, and it's really annoying. But of course, I don't want to cut it more. That would only prolong it and make it worse. So I'm just trying to bear up until it grows out enough. Just trying to fix that. I'm unsure about that. Yeah, I like this thing. Okay, all right, we're doing it. This one thing here looks like a trunk of a tree, so I guess we might as well go with that, huh? Looks like we wanted to add like a little tree in here. Over here. And green in here. That's kind of a nice little tree. Looks better than that one thing just sort of sitting there. Do I want to commit to anything else or let this dry and add some stuff? The colors, because we've been dropping colors all over the place when we worked on this. Oh, yeah. See if I had any other colors I wanted to work with for detail work in here. What's nice about wait until it dries, so I may do that, is I can match the colors more precisely than I can. Actually, I don't want anything as thick as that. I need to be hot. I'm going to really get in there. Oh, goodness. I'm going to use that. I'm going to put that right over here. Over here, there's something that looks a little bit like a tree, but it's way sort of funky the way it is. But you know, I kind of like to go with when things appear here, even if they're funky, I kind of like to let them explore their options as created things that appeared in the paint. Because why not? Is that a little black? I want to put some more purple out. This tree for the foliage. There we go. There's sort of a crazy tree just hanging to the side there. Because why not? Let's see here. I need a little actual purple for that, I think. Over here. Over here. Think for a minute here. I'd like to do a little tree here. Something hanging something. There we go. We might as well get a couple of these in here while we're here, right? I mean, gives us something to work with. catch a spy or two for later. What else looks like we want to add one? I'd like to put one right up here, in the darker purple. There's enough other colors to mix with it. I don't have to really dilute that color too much. Another little tree over there. To do a tree right there. I don't have the right colors for that. I just want to get more orange for that. Oh, hey Dan, how are you? I just finished this pour and I'm just adding some trees and stuff to it. I got both my fountains up, Dan. I'm very excited. One of them I put on a new pump because the old pump wasn't doing so. Actually, that would be really nice to put the Tory on. I might let that. I was going to put a tree right here, but I might want to put a Tory on there instead. Let's go ahead and put the tree. What the heck? We're already here putting in trees. I'll put a Tory next to it if we want. But the one I had to get a new pump. I got a pump that has a light ring, so it's got like the pump and then this little ring of LED lights. And so at night, well, it lights up. The lights go all the time, but you only see them, of course, at night. But it lights up at night. It's really nice. Yeah, same here. Although I went out, I got some minimalist, you know, barefoot minimalist shoes. I had some for around the house, and I got some hiking boots like that on sale at Amazon. I already told you, Mert, this, but since you weren't here. And so I'm going to try those out at the beach here because all the beaches here have big water things you have to cross. Every single one I've been to. There's some point where you gotta ford this thing. So I'm gonna see how that works. I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping it works out for me. And I can use that for when I go to the beach, rather than wear clunky hiking boots. I'd like to put a little tree over there too. Wherever I see a spot for it. I should go in pretty soon. I gotta turn my wings over. And I wanted to get out here and today, by the way, Dan, I was testing my black. I tested the new white one day, so today I was testing the new black. Friday in California. I see we're reconnected because that's when I go to those fields to Pacific Grove and see the big pink fields of flowers. Yeah, exactly. And you know, well, I mean, you could bring shoes with you, but as I say, the thing of it is the ocean is quite not super far away, but it takes about an hour and a half to drive it, so that's a long way to go with wet feet. So, you know, yeah, it's kind of nice looking. Now, this was bizarre here. I'm not sure what that was. You can turn it into a little tree, but I need the right color to do that. Looks like cyan, so let's put some more cyan down there. You should see earlier down, I had the sky almost done, and when I blew out this bottom part, I got the hairdryer too close, and it got like a little line of black paint, so I go to do the final blow on this sky, big line of black comes out. I had to work it out real quick. We were both panicking, weren't we, you, Mert? We were trying to hold it together. It was like, oh my God. Oh, it's fine. Nothing to worry about there. But we got it. We fixed it. It's okay. But yeah, at first I thought it must be on my glove, and then I realized it was right on the barrel of the hair dryer. Big old glob of black paint. Oh, as usual, I'm going to say I really need little, like, cones around me, you know, those little wet cone things. Yeah, exactly, Humor. And I had waterproof boots, you know, but the waterproofing wore off. These are pleather, I think, so the material itself is waterproof as opposed to like a waterproof coating they put on it, which does not last at all. And there's a few more trees. This tree here, I would like to work more with this tree here. That tree just does not have much going for it. Fix that a little better. It was one of the first ones I did. There wasn't quite as up on these things. Still not quite working, but good enough. Mix that up there. Another one over here. We'll put several over here. So just a bunch of lone trees. Let's do a bunch over here. Friends. Right now it looks like it grew little spiky things. I thought I'd have to cut that color, but this part's actually pretty thick, so I can just mix it in as I go. Little row of trees here. Oh, thank you, Dan. We do our best. There's a little more trunks a little more in there. That looks like a row of trees, more or less. You squint. Well, I guess that'll do it. Why don't we leave off this one here, and I'm going to do everything else. I'll look at it after it dries and see what else we want to add to it. See if I can get that a little more centered before I move it. There. I think you're seeing the whole thing now. I like that we did well. I like the way that worked with the sky, of blowing it up and then across. That way we got this nice vibrant mountain layer and a nice sky at the same time. So that technique worked pretty well. Anywho, let me put this away and I'm going to go deal with my wings. Oh boy, we got a lot of colors on here, don't we? Well, we'll let those dry. I'm going to just roll these down here a bit, and then we can maybe let them dry into skins or something. Because there's just way more paint there than I realized. Isn't that pretty? It looks almost like a little scene in and of itself. I always wish I could just transfer the... Well, I guess that's what letting it dry and peeling it off does for you. Then you can transfer it onto something. But there's some real pretty colors and things in here. If I want to make necklaces or something after that dries. Over here too. Let's try and... Some of this paint's a little thick, I think. I should analyze which one's too thick and try to work with that. Anyway, I will go deal with stuff. Yes! I think so because, like I said, I've got some dinner to deal with today. So I came out a little early. Figured early was better than not. And Steve's home for cribbage, so it's already 5 here. Generally on cribbage days, we like to start about 5:15, and then we're finished by 6, which is our dinner time. So I think I'm leaving, unless if he's busy doing something else, then right back out here I will come. But I think as far as I'm going to pack up as though I were leaving. But I'm really glad to get a whole pour painting in. That's awesome. I love the colors of that too. So pretty. And we'll add some. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these. I just can't get them off nicely. All right, off we go, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. Yes. Oh, that's right, Dan. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's 5 o'clock here now because we went on daylight savings time, so it probably seems earlier. Thank you, Humord. I'd totally forgotten that. No wonder it seems early. Yeah, so we're going to be off for a little bit. All right, see you guys soon. Bye-bye.